are the hot topics in grid modernization these days?
Well, Jen, with the world upside down right now, with the impacts of COVID-19, utility operations are also being disrupted, and that's really what everyone is talking about. And that those impacts range from repurposing employees who can't perform their work from home, all the way to isolating what they're calling ultra critical employees. A perfect example of this is in New York, where the system operators are being paired together to live and work in RV trailers on site, and they're cut off from all outside human interaction. And that's, to me, that's quite the personal sacrifice just to make sure that they're able to keep the lights back on. I expect that we're going to hear a lot more about future preparedness planning from utilities and many lessons learned now that they've been through the unthinkable, but as they prepare for the next big thing.
Yeah, agree. So what do you think is going to be one issue or innovation? I mean, maybe outside of COVID or maybe from, coming from COVID that we'll want to be talking about next year in February at Distributech?
Well, as you know, the grid modernization track really is looking at technologies that utilities can use to focus on monitoring, control, and optimizations. And one of the applications in that line is ADMS. So while some utilities are already there, many are still in that evaluation stage. And one thing that they're now considering with ADMS is the importance of data modeling. Utilities have realized that their GIS is fine for tracking assets and even well suited for OMS, but it can't really support the advanced applications that go along with ADMS. So the concept of network model management, a solution that really uses GIS, not meant to replace it, is becoming part of those ADMS deployment conversations. I think the utilities who've been early adopters are ahead of the curve, and they provide good examples for those who have yet to start. So I really think that data modeling, accuracy, integrity, that sort of thing will be part of many conversations in San Diego next year.
Yeah, totally agree. Let's hope we get some good abstracts on that topic. So, okay, what's your dream panel in this track? What would be like your ideal, like what issues, people, company, whatever?
Last year in San Antonio, we had a fantastic mega session that was widely attended with representatives from EPRI, along with Duke and Salt River Project, where they were talking about the challenges they face with managing the grid data model. I felt that was a great collaboration as Pat Brown and Randy Rhodes from EPRI spoke on the multi-year initiative they have to develop the architecture and the grid data model for utilities to follow, and then Duke and SRP talking about how they've applied that. I think we could improve on that topic in 2021 by hearing from more of the utilities participating in the consortium, like Con Ed, Exelon, or ESB, to hear about their results.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, any final thoughts on grid modernization?
I think the one thing that I'm reminded of right now is just the general resiliency of people. And what I mean by that is utility operations isn't just an essential business. You could argue that it's the essential business. Without it, no other businesses really could perform. So, but to keep the lights on, utility workers are putting themselves at risk, which says a lot about their character. And I've really been impressed by how they have adapted these new ways to work since the start of the pandemic. And to me, that's not just making the most of a terrible situation, it's adapting and evolving. And I think that we'll see many of these procedures used during stay-at-home orders become more regular practice for utilities. And those are the things that I think make great use cases that people want to hear about in paper or panel sessions.